Hello, I'm back. It has been like 3 months since I've uploaded anything. It's quite late at night, so it's a bit weird to record. So I'm not sure how I'll sound. I have a new setup and everything. This is my third time trying to record this because the first two times I was recording in like the evening or the morning, and there was a lot of noise. My house is like right up on the road, so there was a lot of um, vehicles and whatnot. I have a helipad near my house. If you remember, if you have been here for long, I recorded at my hostel before, which was near a airport, and now I'm near a helipad and also airport. An airport. It's very interesting because my city is very small. The only reason there's a helipad and an airport here is because of military. Because there's some like military branch or something here. But yeah. Anyways, so yeah, welcome back. I am super excited to record stuff and put it out, but it's still gonna take some time before I start doing it regularly. A lot of stuff has happened since I last uploaded an audio, and we'll go together through it. I promise. I already went through it once, but the audio was too bad. I can still upload it, but I don't want to because there are like sudden, very like sharp noises at some points, which if someone is listening with earphones on or something, it might disturb them a lot. So I don't want that to happen. But yeah. Yeah, so a lot has happened. I have missed doing this, first of all. To be honest, I kind of did not miss audio related problems at all. Like my laptop fan just randomly starting humming or whatever. So yeah, I have a new setup, which should mean that in case I ever want to do streaming or doing an audio specifically where I play or do some work, that should be possible. I did try it last time. As I said, the background noise was too much, but it was fine. Like work wise, it was fine. I'm not sure, but you might be able to hear some background like cricket noises and stuff. I'll try to keep them in, not remove them during noise removal process. I'm sorry, it's just a bit hard to speak when everything is so quiet. I'm in my new room, which has thin walls, but it's good enough for now. I still have a lot of the fan just started humming. I'll just let it hum and actually I'll mark this. So I'll mark this and see where how much noise it makes. So I have a new setup. I am able to now work and record at the same time, which is something I wasn't able to do before. Now I have a scissor arms, which are basically like these cool like arms which you can stick on your table and they hold up your mic, so it's not in the way, it's like coming from the top. I am afraid to keep this audio too long because I'm afraid the same thing will happen like last time where I record long audio and I later realized that it's it's too much. There's too much variance in the noise, and I will, when I have some time on my hands, I'll edit that audio and upload it. The problem is that if it's an hour long audio or 2 hour long audio, I have to listen through all of it to make sure there aren't any loud spikes or anything. So that's why I want to keep this one short. I'm not sure how short, but we'll see. And I have so I have my graduation ceremony in a week, I believe. Let me check. And so it's almost in a week I'll be back from that. It's on the 25th, I believe. So it would be, I'm not sure when this audio will come out, but it would be done by almost 27th or 28th, and then I'll be more consistent with everything. But yeah, it's very interesting. The topics that I talked about in my old audio are coming to my mind, and I'm like, should I repeat them? Should I not repeat them? But yeah, I think I'll talk, and if they naturally come to me, I'll mention them. It's very interesting making audios like these. You don't have to think, oh, am I speaking too much? Am I talking too much? Because that's the whole point. Because when you're in like a public setting or whatever, you're like, oh, maybe I'm like rambling too much, but I don't feel that pressure here. In my old audio, I like the one that I recorded before this, I mentioned that I'm not as talkative in real life as I am in these audios, because I only really talk in front of my friends, and not to be too parasocial, but I do feel like anyone who listens to my audios, anyone who cares enough to listen to more than one of my audios, I would be friends with. So yeah. As I said, this will be a bit of an experimental, at least this will be listenable. Maybe I won't sound as good, but I'm pretty sure, because I'm keeping a keen eye on the noise meter, if you will, and making sure there aren't any weird spikes or anything. It's a pain to listen to your own audio, own voice as well. But yeah, I'm taking like short breaks to drink water, clear my throat, and stuff like that. The way the mic is situated, I'm pretty sure if I turn my head, you can hear a little bit of variance. The audio is mono, so you shouldn't be able to hear me from one side of your ear more than the other. I can make it a stereo, but mono has a lot of advantages. I personally don't like when the audio is not balanced, and the audio size is also smaller. But yeah, I have a very cool setup, by the way. So there's this Android, I think it's also available on, is it? Wait, actually I'll go and check really quickly. And this is what I was talking about. I can just search, and it's so cool. I can just search stuff on online and see without having to one second. Yeah, I can just search stuff online without having to move my entire mic somewhere. But yeah, so this software is called Space Desk, and from what I understand, it's free but not open source. That's what I think it is. I'll just check it quickly. Yes, it's free, but it's not open source, and it's non-commercial private use is free. commercial business use is not free for Android, Amazon App Store, Windows Store, Play Store, and just the regular App Store. Whereas for HTML and Windows it's free. Interesting. But yeah, my point was for commercial business use it's free for those two. But my point was, what a Space Desk is also it is available on iPhone. I can't see iMac, but since it's available on HTML, it should be on some browsers at least. I'm not sure if App Store supports. Wait, actually, I should be able to see this. Okay, it doesn't look like it's on iMac, which is a bit of a bummer. But anyways, is it actually? I know I'm going on a tangent, but I did I just call it iMac? I'm sorry, I meant MacBook or whatever. I just wanna confirm this before I speak more. It's weird. I'm on the website and it's not exactly working. I'm just seeing that. Yeah, it can be an Apple Mac, but I'm not sure. Like, I can't find the driver or whatever for it, which is needed for the thing to work. But I'm sure it's somewhere. I just can't find it. I'm not sure. I don't think App Store lets you download this stuff on iMac. That's what I think. And I can't find anything for Mac. But there is a support or something. Maybe there is some other process. But anyways, I'll get back to the point. The point is, a Space Desk is an app that you can install on two devices. They can be any two devices. One is smartphone, one PC, or two PCs, or something like that. And you can project one of the PCs, PC being personal computer, one of the PCs into another device. You can either project it or you can extend the display. So basically you're making your phone an extra display, and that's what I'm doing right now. I'm watching the audio in one and then I'm doing my other stuff on another, which is really cool. Being able to use your phone as a secondary display. And I do this all the time when I'm playing games or whatever. I'll just watch something on this while I watch something on my phone while I play on my main thing. And speaking of games, I'm playing a Stardew Valley nowadays. I can't remember. I feel like one of my friends introduced me to Stardew Valley, but I really can't put my finger on it. And I'm gonna play it. So I'm playing on PC. I have a few mods installed. So one of them is so first of all, there's this software called Stardrop, which is basically a mod selector kind of thing, where before you start the game you can select which mods you want to play with. So I have two cheats related mods installed, which I just installed to test something. They are turned off. I have one aesthetic mod, which is basically it changes the look of the game, and mine specifically is called Mono's Portraits, Mono Monos then apostrophe S, and then portraits, which changes which changes all of the characters portraits. If you don't know Stardew Valley, it's a farming game. It's a really cool farming game. It has a lot to offer. Definitely check it out. I'm waiting for it to go on sale so I can buy it. Hopefully then I can play with some of my overseas friends. But yeah, as I was saying, one second. No, wait. I I made a mistake. Always do this. I always every time I have to delete something, I just delete it like permanently, which is not a good habit. But anyways, where was I? Oh yeah. So Mono's portrait, it changes all the character portraits. It's made by Mono, I'm assuming. And there's one more, which is a skull cavern elevator. I'm not going to explain it because if you played the game, you'll understand it. I am not the most proud of using it, but I think it makes the game more enjoyable for me, so I'll use it. Anyways, with that, I'll start the game. And also, I need to grab my controller. You'll probably hear me from a little bit far away. I'm sorry if that's disorienting or anything. I don't know how much you heard me rummaging around in my bag. Almost dropped my oh my god, everything is like disconnecting and connecting. Oh, there's a huge spike hit. I need to mark this so I remember to fix this. Spike. Okay, back to the game. I need to decrease the volume so I'm not speaking too loudly. Even at one volume, it's so loud, but it's fine. Okay. Is my controller not working? That's brutal. It should work though. Just give it a second. Oh, I disconnected it. Alright. Yeah, it's working. So, I'll share somewhere, maybe on my Instagram, I'm not sure, my character that I created. Ever since I started playing Stardew Valley, I've used the same character, and I named her Medusa. I'm married to Emily. I really like her. It's so much fun. In my last 1 second, I'm doing something. In the last audio that I recorded that I haven't, made yet, as in like, I'm sorry, as in like, the last audio that I haven't, that you haven't heard yet probably. One second, there's some problem happening with my controller, which I'm trying to fix. This happens a lot, so I'm used to it. It's just annoying to fix. I'll explain what it is. One of the triggers of my controller doesn't work properly. Thankfully, my controller has this thing where it allows you to remap one of the buttons to any of the other buttons. I use it for trigger, but I need to set it, so it takes some time basically. But yeah, I mentioned this in one of my older videos, that I mean audios or videos if you're listening on YouTube, that it is such a joy to look over and see, when you go to your relations tabs, you see your friends and stuff, and it's such a joy to go over and see it say Emily bracket wife, or when we first met it was Emily bracket girlfriend, and it's so sweet. I love it. Okay, so let me remind myself what I'm supposed to be doing. So clearly I'm supposed to gift her a topaz because I had one on my hands. It's Friday, so I'll go and check the traveling cart. Also, I should mention this. I'll be probably be spoiling the game very minorly. Very small mechanical spoilers, which I can understand some people care about that a lot. I know I do sometimes. I don't mind spoilers per se, but I do try to avoid them when I can. That being said, there's nothing interesting in the traveling card, by the way. But that being said, also if you hear, just in case you hear like some weird rumbling noise or something, that's my, actually I'll just turn it off. That was my controller vibrating. I'll just turn it off just in case it's making bad noises or something. Can you even turn it off? Surely you can. Wait. Yeah, this controller rumble. I'll keep it on. Should I? I'll leave it off. I'll change the setting later. But yeah, so it seems like I was planning to build a fish pond because I have excuse me, I have the materials needed for a fish pond, and tomorrow is Emily's birthday. I am shocked that I just remembered that, because I'm not bad at remembering people's birthdays, but I just realized that there's an auto rickshaw that just went by, so I need to keep that in mind. I'll just mark that as well. But as I was saying, what was I saying? Yeah, I'm not bad at remembering birthdays necessarily, but I'm not sure why, but I try not to use any calendars or anything to remember birthdays. And that's not like any, if you do that, that's completely fine, obviously. I'm not shaming on you or anything, but what am I doing again? Should I build this here? I guess, yeah. So I'm sorry, I'm just looking at the farm and seeing if I can change a few things. For now I'll just do this, but yeah, so I try to remember birthdays by memory, and as I said, there's no shame in using. Why am I even saying like it's a bad thing? Obviously, it's very normal to do that, but I don't know. I just feel like it. Um, I don't know honestly. It just feels part fun, part good to remember someone's birthday by memory. I'm trying to remember everyone's birthdays because I have a few friends whose birthdays I really want to remember. But okay, so I'm back now. So as I said, I was building fish ponds. Again, minor spoilers. Did you know, by the way, I was reading up on this game. I mean, I have, I mean, I think of it as a bad hobby for me, but a necessary one, which is I always look up any. 1 second, I'll check what I have to give to the community center. I'll look up everything I can about a game, which basically means that if I see like you know like for example in Stardew Valley, I have learned so much about the game that you wouldn't in like casually playing, like reading in the Wikipedia or whatever. And as I said, I think it's not the best way, but I generally go through so many games and so much stuff in general that I think it's um for me it becomes very important, almost necessary to go through a lot of games quickly. So yeah, I think I basically think of it as a necessary evil because I genuinely do enjoy um what the hell am I supposed to do now? I genuinely do enjoy um playing games like they're intended. So basically, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. How many do I need? Oh, that's funny. Anyways, I was just counting the number of ores I need. But as I was saying, wait, let me check. I remember Emily's favorite gifts, but I wanna see her loved gifts. Cloth isn't here, which is interesting. I thought cloth is one of her loved gifts. She loves rabbit's foot. I'll give it to her, I guess. I am not sure. I know rabbit's foot is in one of the bundles, I think. I'm not sure if I should save it for it or not. I think I'll give it to her. Let me see what else she likes. I saw prismatic shard, which would be cooler. But yeah. Oh, she does love cloth, but she had a generic response the last time I gave it to her. Doesn't matter, anyways. I'll have 4 prismatic shards. Okay, I'll give it one to her. Yeah. So as I was saying, yeah, I have read a lot about this, and I very often will go to speedrunners for learning more about a game because they are very interestingly leaned towards those type of, things, learning about the ins and outs of a game very deeply, which makes sense. After all, they are speedrunners. That's part of their job. I- I'm sorry if I'm sounding a bit zoned out. I'll actually visit her later because she's in the meditation or whatever. Okay, so do I need anything else today? But yeah, Stardew Valley is super fun game. Me and my sister play it all the time. Speaking of sister, tomorrow is Raksha Bandhan. Tomorrow, from when I'm recording, which is, wait, what date is it today? 19th. So on 19th, I guess, because it's 1 o'clock. So on 19th, it's on 19th, it's, I'm sorry, it's, what the hell? It's Raksha Bandhan. So Raksha Bandhan is a festival of brothers and sisters. What happens in Raksha Bandhan is basically it's a promise made by the brother to protect the sister, and the sister ties a red what do you call it, a red thread on her brother's hands as a symbol. And it's not strictly brothers or sisters, but generally speaking, that's how they are kind of treated. It can be anyone, but yeah. So it's a pretty cool festival. My sister, I gifted her. I mean, I didn't earn the money, but I gifted her a smartwatch. There's some history with her and smartwatches, which I'll maybe go into some other day. But yeah, I wonder how long Emily will be in her trance before I'm able to. I was actually okay. So I had this thing. For example, apple. If you think about the word apple, the way you hear it, right? I am willing to bet that everyone hears the word apple the same way. But there is something different, right? Think about the word. 1 second. I'm just checking what all. Okay. So think about the word forensic, for example, or maybe I don't know, ace. Like these words to me, I can't believe that they sound the same as they do to another English speaking person, because to me forensic just doesn't sound like a word anymore. It just sounds like, I don't know, it sounds so different to me now. 1 second, I'm just grabbing some stuff for the community center. But my point is, it's so weird the way our we hear stuff. 1 second, I need to check. It's so weird the way our brains work and the way we see certain things, like the word restaurant, or the word, especially like words that are used a little bit differently. uh, for example, I'm trying to think of something. Forensic is a word that came to mind because I don't know the meaning of the word, but it's just used soft and right. 1 second. Oh, these rabbit foods as well. Okay, I'll take one. I'll take Where is, what was I trying to find? Okay, so aquamarine. Wait, why do I have to? Okay, so as I was saying, I'm sorry, I'm a bit unfocused. As I said, I'm still trying to figure out, still trying to get stuff for the community center. Um, I want to finish the community center, so I have two save files. One where I play alone, and one with my sister in it. I don't do farming at all. I only do fishing. I literally have zero farming experience. I have 10 in mining, 8 in foraging, 9 in combat, 10 in fishing, and 0 in farming. So I don't do farming at all. I don't hate it or anything, but I just don't do it. And I'm just waiting for my. So I want to finish the one with my sister first. Um, Once I'm done with that, once because I wanna see the community center being done with her. I haven't seen any cutscenes or anything related to that. So once I see it, I do it with her. I'll probably speed run this part as well. Okay. Yeah, but about playing games, I think one trap I always fall into is not, or rather taking games too seriously instead of being a bit more casual about them, which I think ultimately hurts my experience of games more than it doesn't. Because when I first tried to do Stardew Valley, right, I was like very stressed about, like, I didn't even know how the game works and flows, but I was just stressed about the time, like the weather, the seasons going forward. So it was like, it starts with spring, then summer, and fall, and then is she just going to stay here the whole day? Okay, so I was worried that after year one we won't be able to do something, and I haven't crossed year one anywhere. But my point is that regardless of that, I should not be hurrying so much with the process and just enjoy the game. So yeah, also I was thinking, I had this conversation with someone. I'm trying to remember what the conversation was. The conversation was about some movies, and my argument was that, I mean, as an analogy to movies, my argument was that there are no unfun games. Like, there are no games that are not fun, but there are always games that are bad. And what I mean is, it's very simple. If you have a game, 1 second, I need to use my keyboard for this. I play on controller mostly, by the way, because I don't know. I find keyboard and mouse to be better if you are, playing competitively or something like that. But when it comes to comfort and relaxation, I think by far uh, this is better. Sorry, I think I said the opposite. I meant keyboard and mouse I think are better for competitive edge, but controllers are better for just relaxation. I'm just sitting beside Emily waiting for her to get up now. But my point was, I'll put another mark in the thingy. But yeah, my point was that Oh my god, it's been 40 minutes already. Time flies by so fast. But yeah, my point was that no matter what the game is, you'll always find someone having fun with it. For example, my guilty pleasures, I'll call them, are I'll name two. One is Subway Surfers. I really like the game, and the other is anything made by Ubisoft. To be honest, the Far Cry series, the Assassin's Creed series, Watch Dogs especially. The thing is, these games are fun, and there's no denying it. But that's just because the medium of game itself is fun. You'll find books that are considered bad but are loved by a lot of people, and you'll find um, TV shows and movies that are bad, but there are so many people who just love them so dearly. And my point is that these mediums, these are art, obviously, like there's no denying that there will be people who like them, but still there has to be a, and there doesn't have to be, I think that's the correct grammar, I apologize if I'm wrong, but there, we don't need to have these, bad and good video game lines. But the thing is that to me, it's not, because obviously you can always point out at the tech. I'm back, and I don't think I'll be able to record more than this today. It was fun. I did gift Emily her gift, and she really liked it. But yeah, I think I'll call it right now and record some other time. But it was fun. So yeah, hope you enjoyed, and I'll be back soon with more audios. So yeah, take care, and see you soon.